Shytoshi is returning. He delivers a strange note after weeks of total stillness. Most are not paying attention to it. That could, however, be their worst error ever. Indeed, astrology seems to be nonsense, but concealed inside are really large hints. Hints that can turn things around for Shiba Inu. The line of chart is changing. The whales are migrating, including the cost. It is about to spiral crazy. This isn't just another update. This may be the start of something rather big. Still, what am I even referring to? Let me clarify now. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. And Shytoshi Kusama returns just like that. Offline, quiet for more than a month, nothing, he suddenly returns. And instead of delivering a standard heads-up warning, he posts a big cryptic statement more akin to a prophecy than a tweet. He said as follows: I requested my astrologer to summarize even though I am not yet prepared to talk about what transpired and my extended absence. And look to God for the astrologers among us. Definitely you can see his fingerprint. Then what follows is exactly what one would find in a mystic's diary. Titled A Destiny Composed in the Stars, the rare cosmic activation of a fated leader. The letter emphasizes how his absence lately was a rare and remarkable cosmic activation rather than a breakdown. This claimed to be all preordained, a predetermined metamorphosis written within his cosmic DNA. The writer then goes on to explain his birth chart has a double yod. Something rather unusual in astrology. It is even known as God's finger. Basically, it implies that Shytoshi was always supposed to experience this type of intense crisis, as it would release a better version of herself. Like some sort of spiritual reset, only a small number of people are selected to undergo. The message ends with Shytoshi not walking in doubt now, after this activation. The route ahead is unclouded. The cosmos depends on him to succeed, hence his future achievement is certain rather than simply plausible. Thick substance. What then are our impressions of this? First, the timing. For weeks he has been absent. The neighborhood has been humming with inquiries. There were some worried folks and others annoyed. Then he comes back with this type of lyrical, cosmic manifesto instead of an update about the initiative or a route plan. Dramatic here. It is quite strong, and extremely on brand for somebody who constantly adds mystery around her. Here there is unquestionably a rebirth, like he is trying to communicate, I experience something major. Though I'm not sure yet, no, I have changed, and next will be far more significant. Let us now aim to dissect the underlying meaning in this. He brings up an astrologer. That is metaphorical. It indicates he wants his absence to be framed as supernatural rather than arbitrary. This is not only, I needed a break. The stars compelled me to grow. And the phrase double yod is very intentional. A yod in astrology is destiny, pressure, and metamorphosis. Nonetheless, a double yod. That is meant to be very unusual, much as selection is. It suggests that his challenges were starts rather than setbacks. For everyone paying attention, there is also a not very subtle messaging here. Relish the stillness not as a cause for concern. I have been leveling in here. He addresses leadership, creativity, systems that change reality itself. That's a clear indication of what may be approaching, not just spiritual discussion. Or be tech, improvements in the Shiba environment, or be something very different. But the tone here clarifies one thing rather clearly. He is constructing something significant, and this departure was the tempest before peace. Is this really what we are seeing? Is it more of marketing? Is it a means of restoring buzz after a protracted hiatus? That is depending on your perception. The message strikes differently, however, whether or not you believe in astrology. Indeed, it is dramatic, but also really outstanding. It transforms a potentially disastrous public relations event into a legendary comeback. Now that he's returned, what's next, really? For we haven't seen anything yet if what he claims is accurate. But the truth is this, that point of view did not stop there. And I realize if you're seeing this looking for a Shiba Inu price breakout, you may be thinking, yeah, interesting tale, But what does any of this have to do with Shiba Inu really pumping? So stay with me, since what comes next links the dots in a manner that could indicate a significant change in Shiba Inus in the future. It goes beyond astrology or destiny these days. After this, what Shytoshi posted could be the most obvious indication yet that something major is approaching. And it transcends language much as well. Let me illustrate what I mean. The enigmatic message by itself got the Shiba Inu society humming. People responded in every possible way. Some were motivated, as if they were seeing the start of a powerful return. Others perplexed, not knowing what to believe of all the astrological rhetoric. There were, of course, also critics, those who considered the message as just smoke and mirrors, possibly even a diversion from the quiet or absence of updates on the project. Still, whether or not people believed it, it's just the reality that it's just everyone was discussing whether or not. The sense changed. That enigma of Shytoshi now had fresh vitality behind it. The message sent off a range of feelings and seemed spiritual, even prophetic. Hope, curiosity, in doubt, thrills. It felt like the society had a window into something more than just cryptocurrencies. But he delivered still another bombshell, just as things were beginning to calm. A follow-up post surfaced, obviously intended to answer the individuals challenging the previous remark or calling him out, and he let go this time without restraint. Stated this is what it stated, to anyone claiming I am lying. First laughed, and second, go through the follow-up. At last, don't use this as justification for astrology. Follow God as this is just his law. And then follows again another tsunami of that heavenly language. From my vantage point, after thorough study of his astrological blueprint, including a unique double yod, finger of God, an active north node at 0 degrees Leo, a strong Libra stellium, and other markers of karmic destiny, you can see a clear path. Not only untrue is the notion that he is a liar or fraud, it misses the enormous cosmic size of what is happening. He essentially just reiterating the main point from previously. This goes beyond Shytoshi's intelligence or drive. It's about destiny. It speaks of choice. The message contends that his experiences were a part of a cosmic plan, and that people labeling him a fake are only seeing the larger picture. This helps one to understand his uncertainty not as shocking. It is a portion of the road people destined for leadership travel. Let us now momentarily sit with this. The follow-up seems to be double down on the story. Shytoshi is not only embracing the notion of being changed by hardship, but also asserting that the very stars validate it. You cannot fool people about it. His chart, his fate, his goal all line up. And those who fail to recognize it just lack understanding right now. That is a daring action. He is incorporating doubt into the myth, like you must question me right now. The narrative proceeds in such manner. But when it all comes together, you'll witness the truth backtracking. What then does it mean? When he advises pursue God instead of astrology, only his code here. He has inverted the whole message. He isn't aiming to attract folks into horoscopes or forecasts. According to him, astrology, in this case, is just one approach to grasp divine purpose. Everything occurring right now has been composed long before we could see it. Once again, it relates to what's ahead. He is constructing something, organizing things, and all of this, each word, every cryptic message, is preparing that moment. The lesson is obvious whether or not you accept the cosmic story. There is something major ahead, and Shytoshi desires us to know this is just starting point. Let us so now address the investors, because I am aware of a sizable portion of the Shiba Inu population absent from the cosmic analogs or astrological appeal. Beginning, they only want to know one thing. Will the price pump run? And here's where the real fun starts. For Shiba Inu's possible migration, these two tweets, whatever their surface meaning, seems to behave great weight. The reason is, since they are not only arbitrary messages. These are messages, indices of something large in development behind the scenes, and when a prominent person like Shytoshi, who has remained mute entirely, returns with this type of vigor. It alerts people, it shakes the society, it draws people back in focus. And with cryptocurrency, everything depends on attentiveness. Now mix it with chain's present activities. The financier interest in Shiba Inu began rising a few days ago. Large transaction volume rose dramatically by 200%. That does not constitute retail noise. That amounts to large money. Whales, there is it. And when that type of volume suddenly shows up, generally someone knows something or is setting themselves before a significant change. This is an important signal. In the crypto space, significant rises in big transactions usually precede changes in the scene. Combining it with Shytoshi's comeback and these enigmatic tweets helps you to see more clearly. This relates more than simply narrative. It has to do with time. And right now we might be staring at the ideal storm. The charts technically also indicate great momentum building. Shiba Inu has been consolidating, gathering support, and now the liquidity is beginning to flood in once again. Often the arrangement for a breakout is this one. The fact that Shytoshi is re-emerging with signs of change, leadership, and huge things to come adds to the surreal nature of this period. Hence, here is the truth. What counts is the influence the tweets are having, even if you have no interest in astrology, and the tweets seem to you like poetry. The whales are departing, the society is waking up, and the signs are lining up in a manner not seen in a while. This may be the beginning of a complete Shiba Inu rebirth. Not only buzz, but actual momentum. The sort of movement that finds traction on news headlines, trading venues, and social media. That is the beginning of pumping. They begin not with fireworks. They begin with tension building under the soil and then boom unexpectedly. Indeed, we could be closer than we think if you have been waiting for that next great Shiba Inu moment. Everything that is occurring right now, the messages, the momentum, the loudness, the attention, the focus is connected. The arrangement is true, whether by destiny or simply great timing. And should this really be just the beginning, we are ready to see something crazy. On this, however, what do you think? Comment down below. The date is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it and subscribe to the channel.